Screen. That's Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left of the 5-yard line. Stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. Come the Clippers. On the low block, kick out downtown. Yahtzee. Landry, 0-0, 0-on-0. Caruso from downtown knocks down a triple.
Two-two pitch. Base hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. Resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and guiding kids safely back to the games they love. Program. You're protecting kids' futures. You're investing in safer fields, gyms, and rinks. Please join us. Support Safe Sports Network, because every child deserves to play safe.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus here at Pinkerton Academy in Derry, New Hampshire, home of the Pinkerton Academy Astros. They welcome in the defending two-time champion Bedford Bulldogs here to the Hack, and it should be a good one. Jason Roby calling all the action for you here on the highlight guy. The man on the moving pictures is Mr. Joe LeBlanc, as Steve Cody in parts unknown somewhere down in South Florida, I think enjoying the weather down there. We have a storm coming in here tonight, so this game was moved to 5:15 instead of the scheduled 6:30 time. So a pleasure to bring the action here to you. The starting five coming up for both of these teams. We last saw these teams at the Londonderry Invitational Holiday Tournament. It was a Bedford team that went 2-1 on the tournament, and this Pinkerton team 0-2. But on the season, during the regular season, Pinkerton is 3-2 on the year. This Bedford team undefeated with a large game looming against fellow undefeated in-state opponent, Londonderry High School. But much to get to before that as we meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bedford Bulldogs, and this team will go as goes their three captains, Annie Zink, Sarah Muir, and Eva Zink. We saw them all in the tournament. Not to be missed, of course, is Mel McCarthy, number 24, and she has been on the shelf. And according to Coach Kevin Gibbs, it's strictly due to trying to stay healthy and work through some minor kinks. We hope that she's back in action in rather quick time. If we have another update, we'll let you definitely know about that. But Coach Kevin Gibbs and his team like to get up and down the floor and run. This Pinkerton Academy team under the direction of Lonnie Buskey, coming off a successful season a year ago, a little bit younger in terms of who they bring back to the table, but Brooke Benz, their do everything senior, and their junior Taya Brown will lead the Astros into battle here tonight. As we mentioned, weather forecast is not a promising one, as it looks like we're going to get some freezing rain, a wintry mix in the later hours into the early morning hours, and that could prove tricky on the roads. We're going to pause for a national anthem rendition here. We'll be right back with the tip after these messages. You are watching The Highlight Guy. All right, national anthem is in the books. The color guard here at Pinkerton Academy presenting the colors as we take a look down in the middle of the floor, and the Lady Astros come and do their pregame celebratory jam on the center court circle, and Coach Kevin Gibbs and the Bulldogs prepare for what should be an entertaining game. These two teams, no strangers to one another, long time back and forth in terms of the success that they've both had, and Pinkerton obviously not necessarily in a rebuilding situation, but maybe down from a year ago as they start to work some stuff out. As we mentioned in the pregame, they are 3-2. They defeated Alvern on January 2nd, one day after the first day after the new year, 61-23. Meanwhile, this Bedford team, the last time we saw them in the regular season, they beat Bishop Girton 54-37 before participating in the Londonderry Holiday Classic. We are ready to jump ball here. Thank you all for joining us here an early evening at the Academy of Pinkerton Academy, where the Astros in their white uniforms with red numbers jump up against the Bedford Bulldogs in their black uniforms and white numbers outlined in red. All right, operating in the half court are the Astros. They'll circumnavigate the globe, looking for their best option. They'll bring the ball back up top, left-hand dribble, pass onto the wing, dribble, drive, penetrate. Nice scoop shot up and under, but we're going to get a foul call as Taya Brown, the junior, drove it into the lane, took it to the cup, got hacked in the act, and she'll head to the line for repair. That foul will go against Bedford's number 15, Juliet Laws. That's her first and the team's first. Back iron, no good for Brown. She'll get a second bite of the apple here as she tries to get the Astros on the board. 7:43 into this one. 0 for 2, skying for that rebound was number 12, Eva Zink. And the Bulldogs will run. They'll set up in the half court. This is Sarah Muir. She skipped past it across the way, back up top. Now back into Muir's hands. Gave it up on the wing. Now they skip pass it around. A good look from downtown, no. That ball will go out of bounds off an Astro hand, so it will still be Bedford ball. It was a good look on the opposite side by Zink. She couldn't get it to go. They go over the top. Bedford will set up in the half court. Skip pass again across the way. This one found its way into the hands of Grace Wolf, and they will reset in the half court. Little dribble drive, Euro step, up and in, and a nice make by Sarah Muir. And the visitors are on the board 2-0. They'll apply some full court pressure. Handled easily by Pinkerton, and now they'll set up in the half court with Brown. Brown loses the dribble, and now they'll skip it to the opposite side. Nice move, hanging in the air on a magic carpet ride was number 21, Brooke Benz. And she kind of defied gravity. I know you're going to break out into song here, Defying Gravity. Joe's singing it right now in the background. You can't hear him. That ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Pinkerton Academy Astros. Don't act like you don't know what that song is back home, Defying Gravity. You all know the song. Ball comes in, and once again, the Astros handle the pressure, but it got tipped away. The Bulldogs come away with the steal. Dribble, drive, kick, and now they'll reset. Skip pass across the way. Penetrate, right hand, up and in, and a nice make there by Eva Zink. And it is 4-2 Bulldogs. Brown, crossover dribble down the left side. She'll regroup. And nearly had her pocket picked. They're going to say it went off of her hands. Good pressure defense applied by Annie Zink, the senior. And now Bedford will once again set up in the half court. Annie needs help, finds it in the baseline with Eva. Skip pass all the way across to Juliet Laws. Laws has her pass stolen, and back the other way comes Benz. Benz with a Euro step tries to reverse it, but she'll get hacked in the act, and she will head to the free throw line. So 2 team fouls now against the Astros. The race to 5 will put you there for 2 free throws no matter what. Benz was shooting, so she will go to the line and knocks down that first free throw. We'll get our first sub into the game. This will be Claire White, the junior, will come in for Coach Kevin Gibbs as Laws comes to the bench after picking up that foul. 1 out of 2. That one airmailed out of bounds toward the cheerleaders on our right side. So a turnover. Sure, Coach Gibbs not happy about that. Coach Buskey's troops will have to break the press, but unfortunately for them, standing there with the steal was Muir. No harm, no foul, literally and figuratively. No points to be had. And back the other way. Nice spin move, fadeaway. A little Kobe Bryant / Michael Jordan fadeaway. Nice touch there, and Benz has 5. Astros with the 1-point lead. Muir feeds the high elbow, and now they kick it back out. Bulldogs will cycle through. Nice pass and a good block shot, but They're going to say that maybe they got a little piece of the hand, and that will put Claire White, the junior, at the free throw line. So a good entry pass down from the low elbow, or maybe call it the near baseline, if you will, to White. She ties it up. This next one would give the Bulldogs the lead. For those of you that are majoring in everyday math. 5-5, 5:02 to go here in the first frame. White goes 1 out of 2, and a good rebound there, pulled down by Benz. 4:54 to go here in the first frame. You were watching live on the highlight guy. Something wicked this way comes in terms of weather. We're going to get an offensive foul against the Astros, maybe a moving pick. That will be Kara Mann's first foul. From the foul line, kick out to the right wing, skip pass back. Guess you'd call that a half a skip. Downtown, no good. It was a good look at it from distance for Muir. She couldn't drop it in. Not shy shooting that three-point bomb was Zink, and Eva couldn't get that one to go either. So not a high shooting percentage in the first quarter here for either team. Losing the dribble was Sessi. Madison needed help. He'll get an over and back call, and as a result, another turnover. Another substitute will come in for the Astros as Karaman with that foul will head to the bench. Looks like it's Osanya as the Astros set up in their 2-3 zone. Mid-range jumper is no good. Rebound once again goes into the midst of Benz, and the Astros will run. Good transition defense by the Bulldogs. And Pinkerton will have to reset the scene. Put on the brakes, she'll fly right by, says Brooke Benz. Osanya, drive, goes up with the left, and they got a piece of it. So this out of bounds play underneath the hoop will take place. With, looks like Sessi doing the honors. Got that 5 count to get it in. They finally do, but barely. Brown had that ball knocked away, and the beneficiary of that errant pass was Eva Zink. Zink goes up strong, and a little leather souffle supplied there. So banished from the kingdom of hardwood was Eva Zink. Pull-up jumper from the elbow is airballed, and rebound comes back to the Bulldogs. Astros had it, albeit briefly. Little pull-up jumper and leather souffle again, but this time Zink will head to the free throw line. Eva took a little pull-up jumper from the left elbow. It grazed the front of the rim. She followed her own shot and defeated that box out. And she will get 2 free throws. That one goes around the rim and drops in. Eva, the sophomore, will get 1 more bite of the apple. 2 out of 2 for the sophomore. The Bulldogs have retaken the lead 7-5 with 3:06 to go in the first frame. Cycling through. Nice little backdoor cut. Reverse layup, no good. Cleaned up her own mess, but couldn't get the second offering to go. Back the other way come the Bulldogs. Pull-up jumper, long-range variety is up and good by Grace Wolf, and she's in the ledger. Astros will run. That one had a little too much mustard on the hot dog. We'll see who they say it was off of. They're going to call it off of the Astros. Good sportsmanship shown there by both teams as they were battling for the ball in lane 2 of the indoor track. That relay exchange, not as good. Bulldogs now trying to solve the defense. They cannot. A nice steal by the Astros. It was like Taylor Elliott came away with that steal. Dribble, drive, penetrate, no. Asanya battles for it. She goes up strong and can't get it to go. Bulldogs will run. They don't have the numbers. They'll kick it out and reset. Dribble, drive, kick. Good shot fake, good triple threat position. Downtown, long range three, Yahtzee. And a three-point bomb by Annie Zink. 1:35 to go here. Another steal. That could have been called for a double dribble, but it will not. Now Bedford will try to solve this zone defense. Good communication by the Astros, good rotations. Good patience, however, shown by the Bulldogs. Got to save it to keep it alive, and they're going to say that Wolf's foot was on the line, so it'll be Pinkerton ball. Once again, no shot clock here in the state of New Hampshire, one of only a few states that does not have a shot clock. And the talk at the Christmas tournament was they will use a shot clock next year, even though the game is being held in New Hampshire, or games, I should say. And as I say that, Brooke Benz says, I don't need a shot clock. I'll go down, dribble, penetrate, knock it in. Benz has 7 here in the first quarter. 40 seconds to go. Asanya applying good pressure on the ball. Downtown, no. Good positioning on the boards, and it actually went long. But Benz kind of went all matrix and got herself into the frame and pulled down that rebound. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday with your families and friends. Thank you for spending some time with us here on the Highlight Guy. And knocking down that little free throw shot was Grace Wolf. She has 4. Bulldogs have doubled up the Astros, 14-7 with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Benz. Osanya on the baseline, needs help. Bounce pass, reverse layup up, no good, but they're going to say she was fouled. And that's going to put, nope, they're going to say it went out of bounds, or it hit the underside maybe of the backboard. So 0.3 can't get a shot off in that amount of time, so it'll be 14-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll take it to the end of the first quarter. I want to tell you to stay up to date with all the Highlight Guys' upcoming live streams. Subscribe to THG Sports Network and our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to thehighlightguy.com, choose the live stream page, and click the buy button. For YouTube, search The Highlight Guy and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. And hey, The Highlight Guy, while we're talking about it, we'd like to welcome our newest sponsor and welcome them to the team, Luke's Bar and Grill. Founded in 2019, Luke's Bar and Grill has grown quickly thanks to loyal guests and an incredible staff. Their mission is to always provide a welcoming space with great food, refreshing drinks, and an atmosphere that always feels like home. Whether you're here for dinner, drinks, or just to unwind, Luke's is constantly evolving to make every visit better. Find them at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or online at Luke's Bar and Grill. That's Luke's, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com. By the way, just want to mention to you, if you like what you're seeing and hearing with our live stream and you think you'd like to advertise with the Highlight Guy, or you just want more information, contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com. That's Steve at thehighlightguy.com. Jason Roby bringing you all the action here tonight. Joe LeBlanc is the man on the moving pictures. 14-7 Bulldogs heading into the second quarter. Bulldog ball. Astros will stay in that 2-3 zone. They feed the high elbow and kick out. Downtown, Rainmaker, Yahtzee. Annie Zink knocks down another triple. Another turnover by the Astros. And the Bulldogs go up by 10 with a chance for more. So a little hesitation here as the official comes over to the board to check on a couple things. All right, it appears we're good. Floor is clean, and off we go. Annie Zink off into the wing for the recently checked back in Laws. Now back up top. They'll reverse it. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs. Dribble drive, penetrate, no good. And a good job by the Astros on the glass there. They had 3 white shirts surrounding the rim to come away with that rebound. Osanya, kick out. Brown looking for help. Gets to the elbow. She'll spin. Double team there, albeit briefly. That ball lost and a turnover back the other way. Come the Bulldogs up and in for Grace Wolf, and she has 6. 19-7, 12-point lead for the Bulldogs as the Astros have the numbers if they run. They'll settle back in. Benz into the paint, kick out. Brown's not shy, downtown, no, front iron. One and done, and back the other way come the Bulldogs. Up strong, and a good make on the other end by Sarah Muir off of a nice half-court pass. 21-7. Another steal, the Bulldogs will run. Nice wraparound pass, up and in. We're going to get a timeout here called by Coach Buskey as Grace Wolf has 8 points in this one, and suddenly what went from a 14-7 game is now a 23-7 game in favor of the defending 2-time champion Bulldogs. EarthTech Systems is a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. Whether you're considering a new heat pump system or need repairs, their skilled team is ready to handle even the most complex of projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. Bouvier Prepare, who are they? They provide comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for playing lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, or volleyball in college, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. All right, we are back underway. 6:20 to go before the half. It is a 23-7 advantage for the Bulldogs. They were looking backdoor on that pass, and it was a good idea, but unfortunately one was zigging while the other was zagging, and Elliott's pass heads out of bounds. High elbow baseline wrap around. That ball nearly stolen. Good quick hands, jump ball tied up, and the possession will go back to the Astros. Osanya and Brown kind of collapsed down on that high post and forced the jump ball. Alternating possessions, ball will go to the Astros. So a good job there by the defense of Pinkerton. Benz baseline, left-hand pass, rifled it across the way. Nice little pull-up. A little too much mustard on that hot dog as Lassesi sailed it over, and back the other way comes Bedford. In transition, three-point shot, no. Benz again with the rebound, had to reach over the Bedford player, Catone. Double dribble called against the Astros. Checking in for Elliott will be number 35, Julia Caruso. So the junior will come in and take the middle of that 2-3 defense. Elliott will head to the bench to get a breather. Wrap around, high post, kicked out again. Good movement by the Bulldogs. And there's that opposite side skip pass. Catone's not shy, she misses. And Brooke again goes up and over. Bedford had position with Sarah Muir, but the length was just too much. Caruso had position on the low block. She kicked it out, and stepping in and stealing the ball was Muir. She'll get fouled. 4:56 to go here from the Hackler Gymnasium here on the campus of Pinkerton Academy. It's the visiting Bulldogs with a 23-7 advantage here on the highlight guy. Muir feeds the high post. Now they try to get it down low. And we're going to get another jump ball called as Caruso came away with it, but she was surrounded by 3 Bulldogs. Sarah Muir will head to the bench and Grace Wolf will replace her, but we have a timeout, a 30-second variety called by Bedford. So Coach Gibbs wants to talk about something that he spotted there and something he would want to see in this next possession. Hey, for those of you who are just tuning in, want to let you know that this game was an early start. Started at 5:15 because of the weather that is coming in. And we here at the highlight guy got the message fairly late. Joe LeBlanc was up and running, and I got here with just about 5 minutes to go before the tip. That's how fantastic an operation we are here at the highlight guy is. You throw us a curveball, we'll hang back, wait on it, and take it deep. All right, 4:43 to go here in the first half. It has been all Bulldogs. As the inbound pass comes over the top. I like that top left flank. They've knocked a couple of threes down from there. We'll see if they try to attack it. They do once again. Yahtzee! Another knockdown by Annie Zink, and she has 9 all from behind the line. Astros trying to handle the full court pressure. Brown, she dragged a step there, and another turnover for the Astros. And doing the honors will be Juliet Laws. She'll throw it into the backcourt where Annie Zink will reset the scene. Catone now back up top to Wolf. They feed that low post. Nice dribble drive kick. Kick call, they'll reset. It's in the hands of Eva Zink. She'll give it up to the near side official. All 5 Bulldogs have touched it in this early possession. Or I should say early in this particular possession. And that same book, different page. That one was destined for that left wing, but finds its way onto the Pinkerton Academy bench. Bulldogs will keep the pressure. We'll try to see if they throw one deep. And I think they're going to call Assessi for a travel, but the interesting thing there is even though she had that left foot down, that was her established pivot foot. So the travel was called. The question is, did she leave that pivot foot? I don't get a vote on that one, but if I did, I would have said no. Catone, kick out. Downtown, Annie Zink, Yahtzee. And the senior has 12 points, all from behind the 3-point line, and 3 of them this quarter. Osanya comes over the half-court line. Downtown, no. Good offensive rebound by Benz. She needs some help. She'll retreat. A long-range baseline jumper, no good. Brown kind of came over the top of Annie Zink and battled her for that rebound, and as a result, the Astros will keep possession. Lassesi to do the honors. Man-to-man defense being employed here by the Bulldogs. Osanya, right-hand dribble, and now they will reset the scene with Caruso. Caruso gave it up to Benz, crossover, kick out. Caruso looking for help. And a turnover back the other way come the Bulldogs. They don't have the numbers. Long-range jumper, no good. An offensive rebound taken by Laws and foul called on the floor. The Bulldogs will get the ball. They will reset the scene. Onto the left wing and now back up top. Nice feed to the high post. Pull-up jumper is good, and a great make by Juliet Laws, the lefty. Benz. Goes left to right, hands it off. Brown, downtown, Yahtzee! Downtown, Taya Brown knocks down a triple. Up strong, no, a one and done. Benz with another rebound. She'll start on the left side, make her way back to the middle. High elbow, gives it up to Brown. Brown, ball fake. And they're gonna call Brown for a travel, like a jump stop, and maybe she took one extra little hop there as Coach Gibbs will go back to the bench and bring in a couple new Bulldogs. Shows you just how cold it's been outside. I went to grab my water bottle and it's all ice. Fantastic. And that's what we have coming here tonight, according to the weather forecast. Is going up strong for that effort was number 22. Was it Gibson? It was Mel Gibson on a good look, but she couldn't get it to fall. That ball will go off the paw of a Bulldog, so Astros will regain possession. Sonia working against Catone. Found herself in no man's land there over on the side. Oh, and we're going to get an offensive foul, and the Pinkerton Academy bench erupts on that one as Osanya planted her feet and took that charge. You always love to see that. If you are the coach of the team that's taking that charge. The young sophomore doing a nice job. Block shot there. Astros will keep it. Astros got to get the ball in. They do to Benz. Benz. They clear the way. Now Benz will bring it back up top to Lasesi. Drive, no good. But Madison was hacked in the act. She'll head to the free throw line looking for her first points. 21-point Bulldog advantage, 58.1 seconds to go before the half. As mentioned, we did start early here tonight because of the impending weather that's moving in. Coach Gibbs again goes to the bench, and coming in for the Bulldogs will be freshman Maddie LaCroix. Lasesi takes a couple of dribbles. Goes over two. What a nice rebound up there by Caruso. And a steal by Asanya. And the Astros will run. Brown up strong, can't get it to go. Following it, couldn't get it to go on that second effort was Benz. Battling for the rebound was Caruso, and in the process, it went off of a Bulldog paw. 36.8 seconds. Osanya feeds the high post. Caruso needs help, finds it in Benz. Benz will step back, put it behind her head and fire away, but a good offensive rebound on that miss by Caruso. Now the Astros showing some life in the offensive side of things. And as I say that, they threw it over the top, and turn that ball over. 12.6 seconds to go in the first half. 31-12 in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. Good quick hands there by Brown. It comes into the backcourt. And it will be a backcourt call. I'm not sure why, because Brown got her hands on it, but they'll take it. Lascesi to do the honors just in front of Coach Gibbs and the Bedford bench. 4.7 seconds on the dial. Brown looking for a little pick and roll, and it'll be thrown away, and we will head to the break. It has been all Bulldogs here, 31-12 over their hosts, the Pinkerton Academy Astros. We got to pay some bills. We'll be right back with some numbers and some reads for you. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy. We'll be right back after these very important messages.
Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. They build confidence, teamwork, leadership, resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and guiding kids safely back to the games they love. With every donation, you're not just funding a program, you're protecting kids' futures. You're investing in safer fields, gyms, and rinks. Please join us. Support Safe Sports Network, because every child deserves to play safe.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Hi, this is Terry Queenan from Earth Tech Systems Geothermal. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire today. We just finished putting geothermal in this historical home built in 1937. Let's go in and check it out. We're now inside the house. These are the two well lines coming in. There's one 500-foot borehole. This is the piping. This is the flow center that moves the water to the geothermal unit, which is over here. This is a very simple, high-efficiency system made by water furnace. This is the return duct, and we have the unit in place here. This is the water furnace 7 series that's in this home. This is the return air filter. Those are the pipes coming from the non-pressurized flow center. The blower is on the top, the compressor's on the bottom. Very quiet machine. This is a storage tank that makes very warm water. The water goes from this point into an on-demand tankless when there's a call for showers, cooking, etc. So not only is the customer going to save an immense amount of money, they're going from about a $1,300 a year oil bill to be on target right now for about a $300 geothermal bill, and the well is directly under me. If you'd like to learn more, check us out on our website, earthtechsystems.com.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guide can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguide.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguide.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to the campus here at Pinkerton Academy. It is the host Astros and the visiting Bulldogs doing battle in Division I girls basketball here in the state of New Hampshire. You're watching live on the Highlight Guy. Jason Roby bringing you all the action. Notre Dame superfan Joe LeBlanc is the man on the moving pictures. And you can catch Joe at Merrimack College. He is the public address announcer for women's basketball, and we'll be doing a men's game coming up here. Joe LeBlanc, nice to fill in for the man we work a lot with, Steve Cody. I'll say hello to Steve as he makes his way back to the Granite State. 31-12 in favor of the Bulldogs. It was Brooke Benz leading all Pinkerton Academy scores with 7 on the other side of the ledger. We'll get to that in just a second. Air ball, but no one boxed out Laws. She'll get the board. They'll kick it out and reset the scene with Annie Zink, and she led all scores. Continues to there with 12. And that three-pointer was Juliet Laws, and Juliet has 5. But Zink leading all scores with 12 for the Bulldogs. Little pull-up jumper high off the glass is no good. Brown pulls down the rebound. Nice make, falling off to the side. And the junior has 5, and the first bucket for the Astros in the third. Down on the baseline, dribble drive into the paint. Little baby hook shot up and in, and a nice make there by Eva Zink. And Zink has 6 points. Lasesi now with the left-hand dribble. Tried underhand and passes to Benz, and she got fouled. So that'll be the first team foul against the Bulldogs. And Madison will inbound the ball up top to Brown. They will set the scene. Little on-ball pick provided by Elliott. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. Thrown into the backcourt, it was tipped, so not a backcourt violation. Brown runs it down, and the 10-second clock resumes. Oh, Ben's ducked from that pass, and pull-up jumper, no good. Great rebound there by Elliott, but again, 6 Bulldog paws reach in, tie it up, and steal the possession back. Once again, I want to welcome you all joining us here on the Highlight Guy. This one started at 5:15 due to the incoming weather, so apologize that we found out last minute as well. I got here 5 minutes before tip. Joe LeBlanc had just gotten all of his equipment set up for tonight's game, and we adjusted on the fly, and we're happy to be bringing you the action. Long jumper from the baseline, no good, battled for, and coming away with it, Eva Zink. Little weight room action there, pulling the ball away. And Zink has 8 points. Another steal. High off the glass, no good. Battling for that rebound was Wolf. And the Bulldogs will keep possession. Bounce pass into the paint. Now rotating out was Zink. Annie pulled it back, gave it up to Wolf, and they will reset the scene up top. Nice pass down on the low block. One dribble up and in with the left hand. Good entry pass, and Eva Zink has 6 points here in the third. Another steal by Muir. Muir up, no good. Benz pulled down that rebound. She'll bring it up in front of the scorer's table. Benz, spin move in the paint. No, follows her own shot, and she'll get fouled and make her way to the free throw line for 2. Benz had 7 in the first quarter and then was held scoreless in the second frame. That'll be, I believe the foul was called on Wolf as Announcer's muffled a little bit here. Benz will get a second opportunity. Going for point number 8. Release, rotation, and splash for the senior. She goes 1 out of 2 on that trip. Dribble drive, kick. That ball nearly stolen by Brown. Good quick hands by Taya. And White will come in and Wolf will go out. W for W. Nice entry pass, kicked out downtown. Yahtzee! And they have got to find Annie Zink on the wing as she has 5, count them, 5 3-point bombs. Another steal by the Bulldogs. Laws will reset it at the top of the key. It was good quick hands by Muir, and now she has the ball on the left wing. Entry pass to the high elbow. Little 2-player game. Downtown, no. And that one is going to go off of the hands of Eva Zink. Pinkerton Academy ball. 4:14 to go here in the third frame. 43-15 in favor of the visiting Bulldogs. Mon gives the ball up to Elliott. Elliott, one dribble and finds Benz back up at the top of the key. Ben's trying to use that pick. Will try to fight through 3 Bulldogs, and she'll get fouled. It'll be on the floor. Catone will check in, and heading to the bench will be Annie Zink. Nice entry pass. Mon, little fadeaway, high off glass. Mwah, on the kiss, up and in. Good shot by the sophomore, Kara. And that is pronounced man, according to the public address announcer. So, regardless, a very nice shot. Kick out, downtown, 3-pointer, no, sidearm, but another offensive rebound. And Juliet Laws owns the boards. 45-17 in favor of Bedford. 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Benz, top of the key, gets an on-ball pick from Mann. Went off of a Bulldog foot, but it was controlled once again by the Astros. Lacessi, jump stop, up, and they're going to call her for the travel. She did that jump stop, gathered herself, jumped again, and they'll call her for a travel as a pair of Astros come in and 1 Bulldog will enter the game. Catone needs help, finds it at the top of the key. White now to the high post. Good ball movement. That's Audra Casey who touched it last. Into the corner it goes. Little jump shot. Gibson, no. And Benz pulls down the rebound. Brown will slow it down. Little pick and roll, high pick and roll action. Good recovery defensively by the Bulldogs. Nice move up and in on that little scoop shot. Good strength shown there by Brown. What can Brown do for you? She can dribble drive to the cup and knock it in. 7 points for Taya. Wraparound pass, no good. High off the boards on that look for Laws, and Brown comes down with the rebound. Turnover, finds its way into Casey's hands. Casey goes up strong. Oh, everything but in. What a rebound, a reversal, and up and in by Juliet Laws. A nice move and a timeout called as Laws has 7 in the quarter, 9 overall. All right, we'll take a look at the ledger here as in the second quarter, Brown has 4 points, 7 overall. Benz with 7 points, 8 overall. She has a point here in the quarter, and Karaman with the 2-pointer. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger for Bedford, here in the third frame, Juliet Laws with 7, 9 overall. Eva Zink with 6 in the quarter, 10 overall. And Annie Zink with 3 in the quarter, as we mentioned, leading all scorers with 15, all from behind the arc. Grace Wolf with 8 points total, Sarah Muir with 4, and Claire White with a point. Once again, I want to thank you all for watching us here on the Highlight Guy. Inclement weather coming in, so they move this game to a 5:15 start. So if you're just joining us now and are wondering what's going on, we started at 5:15. Heading to the free throw line for the Pinkerton Academy Astros, number 31, Avery Trask, the sophomore, will get 2 shots at it, literally. Trask front irons the first, she'll get a second. Again on the front iron, battled for, good box out by White, and she'll run. Finding Catone, now back up top to Laws. Laws bounce passes onto the wing. Downtown, Yahtzee, and the lefty, Juliet Laws, knocks down another triple. She's got 10 in the quarter, 12 overall. Astros trying to navigate offensively. Nice pass into number 21, Brooke Benz, and she was fouled. So she'll head to the line for 2. It was a great entry pass there as Benz was hoping for a 3-point opportunity, but as it is, she'll go for 2. Acoustic shadows here in the gym. Rattles around and in. Home rim advantage. Eva Zink will check back in for the visiting Bulldogs. Front iron on the second, 1 out of 2 on that trip for Benz. It is 50-20, 30-point Bulldog lead. 23 seconds. Downtown, Catone's not shy. Launched that one, it hit backboard, and the Astros come away with the rebound. Benz, downtown, side iron, no good at the buzzer. We will head to the 4th frame. It is all Bulldogs, 50-20 here from the Hackler Gym on the campus of Pinkerton Academy in Derry, New Hampshire. Jason Roby calling all the action for you here on the Highlight Guy. Joe LeBlanc, the man on the moving pictures. This Pinkerton Academy team will play at Winnicott on Friday, 6:30 tip on the schedule. And that Winnicott team entering tonight, they have a game tonight, but they are 0-4. So if the Astros, barring some huge comeback here, they'll go to 3-3. We still have a full quarter to play, but they'll go to 3-3 as we watch the Pinkerton Academy cheerleaders on the floor. A chance to get back over 500 on Friday. Meanwhile, this Bedford team will play Friday night versus Manchester Memorial. And that will be a 7 o'clock start, and it will be at Bedford. So you can find all this information on NHIAA.org. Go to season, winter season. Find girls basketball, Division I, and you can see all the schedules there for you. All right, we're about ready to start the fourth and final quarter here at the Hackler Gym. I've mentioned many times before, I saw the first ever basketball game played in this gym between the Russian junior national team against the AAU New Hampshire Raiders. And Scott Drapo broke the backboard on the other gym, so they have two full basketball courts here, so they had to flip it over and play on the other court. True story. Nice up and in there by Benz, kind of pulled it back and fired away. So a good start to the fourth quarter here for Pinkerton. High post kick out. Bulldogs reset. Muir, skip pass across the way to Zink. Annie got it on the low block. That's a double dribble, and she knew it right away as Gibson caught the ball, dribbled it, looked for a feed, and dribbled it again. So the Astros will try to dig deeper into this Bulldog advantage. Here comes an on-ball pick by Trask. They'll reverse the floor. Good pressure defense by the Bulldogs. Good long arm defense provided there by number 3, Annie Zink, one of the 3 captains for this Astro team. It was a 14-7 lead for the Bulldogs at the end of the first quarter, and then Bedford just went on a run, and they have not looked back. That ball will go off the hands of a Pinkerton Academy Astro. I believe that was Claire White. And the Bulldogs will set up shop in the half court. Gibson, bounce pass, high post. Good reversal. Downtown. Front iron, no. Gibson pulls down the rebound. It bounces around, finds its way into Zink's hands, and they will reset. And that time, LaCroix had it stolen by an Astro. Brown needs help using that right foot to pivot, loses it, and LaCroix steals it back. Nice pass across the way, high off the glass. And a tough make there by Annie Zink. That's her first two-pointer of the day. So Zink, the senior, having herself a ball game out here today, as is Juliet Laws. Long range, Brown, back iron, no. Second bite of the apple, good offensive rebound. Little hook shot, baby hook. Taken by number 20, Claire White, and she got hacked in the act, so she'll head to the free throw line. The junior was 1 out of 2 in the first quarter. 2 more opportunities here to give her points 2 and 3. White can't get the second one to go. And it'd be Pinkerton Academy ball. Downtown, fired, no. Good battle there on the glass, but no good, and the Bulldogs will run the other way. High off the glass again, and Maddie LaCroix, the freshman, gets herself into the scoring ledger. And I apologize, that was Avery Hamilton on those free throw opportunities. I said Claire White, she plays for Bedford, so my apologies there. I'm looking at my book saying I screwed something up here. So my apologies to Avery. Going strong to the cup that time was Eva Zink. She'll head to the line for 2. We juggle a lot of chainsaws up here, do Joe and I, calling the color commentary, the play-by-play, reading, reads and trying to keep a scorebook, as well as one-liners here and there. Every once in a while, we miss something. Mistakes, sometimes they happen. No good on those two, and it will be Pinkerton Academy ball with 4:45 to go in this one. Wraparound pass to the high post, and Benz had it stolen from her. Opportunistic hands from Eva Zink. And Juliet Laws will run the point. Laws thought about it. Little mid-range jumper from the baseline is good, and a nice touch by Juliet Laws. She's had a nice game today. She's got 14 points for the visiting Bulldogs. They will remain undefeated here in state. Catone trying to steal the ball from Brown. That ball finally finds its way into the hands of White. That's Claire White of Bedford. I got her confused with Avery Hamilton of Pinkerton, so my apologies there to both of those players. Up and no good. And back the other way comes the aforementioned Avery Hamilton. That ball goes out of bounds. A couple of Astros will enter the game as Hamilton prepares to inbound the ball near side, right in front of us here. The highest point of the bleachers. Operating in the half court. That ball gets stolen back the other way. Come the Bulldogs. No, good follow-up by Catone. She couldn't get it to go. And finally coming away with it was Nadia Casey. Or Kosick, excuse me, gosh. A little bit rattled here. But a good move strong to the hole went Julia Caruso. She'll head to the free throw line for a pair. Side iron misses the first as 2 more Bulldogs will check in and 2 will head out. And deuces are wild there as looks like LaCroix and Gibson will check in. Caruso, release, rotation, around and out. Nice rebound by Gibson. Back the other way come the Bulldogs. Catone using that right foot, pivoting, finds it across the way. Good movement by the defense here, the Astros. Downtown, no. But they have hit the extension up top there. So it'll go back to the Astros. 2:26 to go in this one. Once again, I want to thank you all for watching here on the Highlight Guy. You can watch this one back on the YouTube channel. Nice power move by Caruso with authority from the right low block to knock it in. Skip pass. Pull-up jumper on the baseline is no good. It was a good look for Claire White. She couldn't knock it down. Possession will stay with Bedford. It's a good active work on the glass. Gibson back up top. Catone downtown, no. Long rebound and battled for just in front of us. They're going to say it went off the hands of LaCroix. Hamilton to inbound. Nice pass up and in. Good look there as Kosick finishes strong at the hole. A great entry pass Timeout called 57-26 as we head into the final 75 seconds of play here in the NHIAA Division I girls basketball action. Live from here, which is the campus of Pinkerton Academy. Haven't had dinner yet, Joe. I'm hungry. I'm running on fumes. I'm coming from Milford, New Hampshire, all over the place. It's just been one hectic afternoon, but I'm glad to be here with you. And hey, that's the beauty of the mute button, folks. You can hit that mute button anytime you like, but don't you turn that dial. You keep watching us here on the Highlight Guys. Some impressive aerial moves by the Pinkerton Academy cheerleaders across the way. I'm not sure if you can see them on camera, but they just did some fantastic flips. That definitely deserves a round of applause. That was about as impressive a thing as I've seen here quite a while. Aside from the basketball, I mean, the turning and the flipping. And can you do that stuff, backhand springs and cartwheels and stuff, Joe? Hey, I got the shoulder shrug. Maybe that's a thumbs up. Maybe after the game we'll see Joe go down there and do some flipping around. I don't know. 57-26, 70 seconds to go in this one. Bulldogs going to stay undefeated in state regular season. And Astros going to move to 3-3 on the year. Christmas tournament's not counting, of course. Astros trying to get another bucket. Ball gets stolen and Catone comes the other way. See if they just move it around or try to get a good shot here to end this one. Nice flash into the paint. They collapse down and that opens up the outside. Down on the baseline. Gibson back up top. Now it comes. They reverse it. All 5 Bulldogs have touched the basketball. And they'll just hold it. And this one will go final. Your final score here from the Hackler Gymnasium on the campus of Pinkerton Academy in Derry. It was all Bedford, 57-26 over the Pinkerton Academy Astros. We'll look over some final numbers here for the Pinkerton Academy Astros. It was Brooke Benz leading the hosts with 11 points. Cossack had a bucket. Taya Brown had 7. Karaman had 2 points, and Julia Caruso with 4. On the other side of the ledger for the visiting Bulldogs, it was Maddie LaCroix with 2 points. Annie Zink with 17. Grace Wolf with 8. Sarah Muir with 4. Eva Zink had 10. Juliet Laws had 14, and Claire White will round out the scoring. With a point. I want to thank you all for watching us here on the Highlight Guy, reminding you all that it is not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Safe travels, everybody, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.